was falling harder than either of us planned. Your hands were shaking slightly when you reached for mine. People passed like shadows, the street was full of eyes, but nothing felt important once you were that close to mine. I heard the world still moving somewhere far behind, but everything I needed was standing in that line. I didn't care who was watching, I didn't care who knew. The moment your lips found mine, the world fell out of view. I didn't care who was watching or what they might say. Love doesn't ask permission when it feels this way. Your face was wet with rain, or maybe it was tears. I couldn't tell the difference, I just knew you were here. I'd waited all my life without knowing why, for one honest second where I didn't need to hide. I wasn't brave before you, I wasn't sure or strong, but loving you that openly finally felt right, not wrong. I didn't care who was watching when your hands held my face. Some loves don't need a future, they only need that space. I didn't care who was watching, time forgot to move. Everything I ever was led me straight to you. Love doesn't always whisper or wait to be safe. Sometimes it breaks the silence and stands in the rain. I don't remember the city or how the night ended, I only remember the way my heart finally said it. I didn't care who was watching, I didn't care at all. If the whole world disappeared, I wouldn't feel the fall. I didn't care who was watching, because I finally knew. If love asks one thing of us, it's to be true. The rain kept falling after, like nothing had changed, but I was never the same again after loving you that way. I try to hold my distance like it meant something brave. I told myself desire was something I could save, but every time you turned away, the room felt far too wide. Silence wasn't peaceful, it was something I survived. I learned the sound of missing you before you ever left. The quiet started asking things I couldn't answer yet. I wanted you more than silence, more than keeping control. Love doesn't live in patience when it's burning in the soul. I wanted you more than silence, more than being polite. Some hearts don't want to wait forever, they want the truth tonight. Your name kept finding me in places it shouldn't be. I'd hear it in the streetlights, in every memory. I wasn't chasing promises or something meant to last. I just wanted one honest moment that wasn't living in the past. I could feel you holding back like I was doing too. But love doesn't grow in half steps when it already knows you. I wanted you more than silence, more than staying still. Every part of me was leaning before I knew my will. I wanted you more than silence, and now I see it clear. Some loves don't ask for permission, they just pull you near. Love doesn't always knock softly or wait its turn. Sometimes it burns through waiting before we learn. I didn't wanna be careful, I didn't wanna be right. I just wanted you standing here, closer than the night. I wanted you more than silence, more than words could do. I didn't need a future then, I just needed you. I wanted you more than silence, and that's how I knew this wasn't just a feeling, it was something true. The quiet came back later, like it always does, but it never felt as strong again as wanting us. I had my reasons lined in order, every rule I used before. I told myself I knew the ending, I'd walk this road once more. But then you look right through me, like none of that applied. Every thought I tried to hold on to quietly stepped aside.
I didn't stop to question it, didn't take my time. My heart was already moving before it asked ask my mind.
I didn't ask my mind if this was right or wrong. It moved like it had waited for this all along.
My heart didn't ask my mind, it didn't hesitate. Some loves don't need an answer, they just don't wait.
I felt it in my breathing, in the way my hands forgot. Every careful line I practiced was suddenly lost. I knew the risks, I knew the way. I knew what love could do, but knowing never stopped my heart from reaching out to you.
I could have paused the moment, counted what it cost, but love doesn't always care what logic's lost.
My heart didn't ask my mind to cross the line alone. Some feelings choose their future before they're known.
My heart didn't ask my mind, it didn't need a sign. It knew the shape of what it wanted before I knew the time.
Love isn't always careful or built on solid ground. Sometimes it's just a feeling that won't slow down.
I don't regret the moment or how fast it came. Some truths don't need permission or even a name.
My heart didn't ask my mind, and now I understand. Some loves aren't meant to be explained, they're meant to stand.
My heart didn't ask my mind, and I won't pretend that choosing you without a plan was anything but honest then.
If my heart ever learned a rule, it learned it late.
Because loving you didn't wait.
I saw it coming in the quiet before the words were said. The way the moment held its breath before we crossed ahead. Nothing felt accidental, nothing felt unsure. I could feel the weight of choice in the way my heart was sure. I didn't stop the feeling, didn't look away. Some moments ask you softly if you're brave enough to stay. I knew this would change everything, the way I see the world, the way tomorrow waits for me, the way my life would turn. I knew this would change everything, but still I let it be. Because love that asks for nothing takes everything from me.
I thought about the roads behind, the ones I'd walked before, every safe and careful step that never asked for more. But standing here beside you, nothing felt the same. Love wasn't just a feeling now, it was calling my name. I could hear the future moving in the space between our hands. Love doesn't always ask you to understand.
I knew this would change everything, still I didn't run. Some truths don't need an ending, they need to be begun. I knew this would change everything, and I didn't mind the cost. Some loves are worth becoming before you count what's lost. Love doesn't promise easy days or guarantee the ground. Sometimes it just asks you to let your life turn around. I wasn't searching for a sign or something to believe.
I just knew that loving you was the one thing I wouldn't leave.
I knew this would change everything, and now I see it clear. The moment didn't break my life, it brought me here. I knew this would change everything, and if I had to choose,
I'd let the world rearrange itself
just to stand with you. The day kept moving like it did before.
The sky stayed just the same,
but nothing in my life returned to how it was before your name. I felt the weight behind me, every step I'd ever known, all the safe familiar answers calling me back home. I knew what I was leaving, I knew what I'd outgrown, but standing there beside you, the past felt overthrown. I didn't rush the moment, I didn't close my eyes. I saw the road behind me, and still I didn't hesitate. I didn't turn back, even when I could. Some loves don't let you return, even if you should. I didn't turn back when the night grew long, because loving you felt right, even when it felt wrong. I thought about the quiet life, the one that never breaks, the kind that keeps its distance and never truly shakes. But something in your presence wouldn't let me stay. Love doesn't ask politely, it pulls you anyway. I didn't need a promise or a reason why. I just knew that walking forward meant letting go behind. I didn't turn back when the ground just step in. I didn't turn back, and now I understand. Some loves don't feel like choices, they're just stop in. I didn't say it out loud, didn't let it show. I carried it like something only I was meant to know. It grew in ordinary moments, nothing rare or bright, just the way your name stayed with me at the end of every night.
I didn't rush the feeling, didn't ask it why. I let it settle slowly, like dust in afternoon light. I learned to love you quietly, without a single sign. No promises, no open doors, just time. I learned to love you quietly, the safest way I knew. Some hearts don't need a witness to be true. I noticed how I waited for the sound of your step, how silence felt unfinished until your voice was there. I never asked for more from you than what you gave away. I just let my heart grow closer in its own small way.
Love doesn't always call your name or ask to be seen.
Sometimes it just becomes the place where your thoughts lean. I learned to love you quietly before I ever dared to wonder if you felt the same or even cared. I learned to love you quietly, like something meant to stay, not because it was spoken, but because it grew that way.
I've loved the sound of crowded rooms and love that burns too fast.
But this felt like a long-held note that didn't need to last.
It just needed space to breathe and time to understand that loving you this quietly was already a stand. I learned to love you quietly, and that felt strong enough. Some loves don't rise in volume, they rise in trust. I learned to love you quietly, and now I see it clear. What grew without announcement was always here. If love ever asks me how,
I learned to be so sure.
I'll say it wasn't sudden,
It was quiet, and it endured.
I watched you from the edges, never crossed the line. I learned your way of smiling before you learned mine. I knew the sound of your footsteps, the rhythm of your days. I held your name like something I never said out loud.
I didn't want to change you or pull you into view. I just loved you in the quiet before you knew.
I loved you before you knew, before your eyes met mine, before the moment asked us if this was the right time. I loved you before you knew, and that was enough then. Some hearts begin their story before it can begin.
I saw you in the smallest things, a pause, a glance, a breath. I felt the shape of missing you before I felt regret. I never asked for something back or wondered what I'd gain. I just let loving you exist without a name.
Love doesn't always ask permission
or knock at your door.
Sometimes it grows like something
you've already been waiting for.
I loved you before you knew,
before you turned around,
before the world rearranged itself, when love was finally found. I loved you before you knew, and I don't feel unseen, because loving you that quietly was everything to me.
I don't regret the days I held my heart without reply.
Some loves are meant to be felt first
before they're ever tried.
If you'd never known my feelings, I still would have stayed true. The world doesn't feel so heavy when you're standing near. The noise inside my head softens when I hear your voice. Doesn't try to change me, doesn't ask me why. It just feels like breathing after holding it too long. I've known excitement, I've known fear, I've known the rush of sound, but this feels like my heart finally sitting down.
I feel at peace with you, like nothing's left to prove. I don't have to be louder or someone new. I feel at peace with you in ways I can't explain. Some loves don't set your heart on fire, they calm the flame.
I don't rehearse my answers or watch the time go by. The minutes move more gently when you're by my side.
You don't fill the silence, you let it stay like it belongs with us in its own way. Love doesn't always feel like falling or losing control. Sometimes it feels like finding ground after letting go.
I feel at peace with you, and that's how I can tell this isn't just a moment, it's somewhere I can dwell.
I feel at peace with you, like I've already arrived. Some hearts don't race forever, they learn to rest alive.
I've loved the kind of love that burns and leaves you in the dark, but this feels like a quiet room you keep inside your heart.
I don't need to be understood or perfectly seen. It's enough to sit beside you and just be me. I feel at peace with you, and I don't ask for more. Love doesn't always knock you down, sometimes it's a door.
I feel at peace with you, and now I finally see
What I was looking for in love
was letting myself be.
If love ever speaks my name,
This is how it sounds, not loud, not fast, just calm. The streets don't feel so sharp tonight. The lights don't hurt my eyes. People move a little slower under this familiar sky.
I've walked this road 100 times. It never felt brand new, but something in the way it breathes has changed since I found you.
I used to brace myself for days like they were made of stone. Now everything feels lighter, just knowing I'm not alone. The world feels softer around you, like edges fade away. Even ordinary moments feel easier to face. The world feels softer around you, I don't know how or why. Love doesn't fix the whole damn thing, it just lets you try.
I don't flinch at sudden noises or hurry through my thoughts. The weight I used to carry feels smaller than it was.
You don't promise me protection, you don't say you'll stay, but somehow just your presence tells my fears to wait.
I've known love that tried to save me and love that asked too much, but this just feels like standing still inside a gentle touch.
The world feels softer around you, like it's learned my name. Things don't hurt the way they used to, they don't feel the same. feels softer around you. Maybe that's the truth. Some hearts don't need a miracle, they need a view.
Love doesn't change the weather or stop the passing days,
but it can shift the way you stand inside the rain.
I don't feel braver or stronger, I don't feel brand new, I just feel less afraid of life walking next to you.
The world feels softer around you,
and now I understand.
Love isn't always fixing things, it's softening your hands. The world feels softer around you, and that's enough for me. If this is all love ever does, it's already everything. The sky is still the sky tonight, the road still feels the same, but everything I touch feels different since you came. I don't rush the corners anymore, or count how far I've gone. The streets feel like they know me now, like I belong. I used to walk with questions, every step unsure. Now my feet don't argue with the road anymore.
I don't feel lighter than before, just steadier somehow, like the ground has learned my name and holds me now.
Walking feels easier now, since you're in my days.
Since you're in my days,
Even the longest distance feels shorter on its way.
water on its way.
Walking feels easier now, I don't watch the time.
I don't watch the time.
Some loves don't pull you forward, they walk beside your mind.
I don't brace myself for endings or check what's coming next. I just let the moment move and do its best.
You don't point the direction or tell me where to go. You just walk at my pace, and somehow that's enough to know.
Love doesn't have to lead the way or carry all the weight. Sometimes it just matches your steps and lets you set the pace.
Walking feels easier now, like nothing's chasing me.
The road doesn't feel like
The road doesn't feel like proof, it feels like company.
feels like company.
Walking feels easier now, and I don't need a sign.
Some hearts don't need a destination, they need time.
I've walked alone through louder days, through nights that never slept, but this feels like a quieter road I've finally kept.
I don't know where it's leading us, I don't ask it to. I just know I'm less afraid walking next to you.
Walking feels easier now, and maybe that's the truth.
Love doesn't make the world smaller.
Love doesn't make the world smaller,
I don't mind how far it goes as long as it's with you. The road still bends, the days still change, that part I always knew. But walking feels easier now since I've found you.
I didn't feel the lightning or hear the sky break through. It wasn't loud or obvious the moment I found you.
Felt like something ancient had quietly aligned, like every step before this had already crossed the line.
I wasn't looking for a sign or something dressed as fate, but suddenly the world felt older and somehow perfectly in place. When I met the one I was walking toward, my heart went still somehow, not from fear or wonder, but no. Now, when I met the one I was walking towards, the noise fell away. Some souls don't arrive suddenly, they recognize their way.
I'd loved, I'd lost, I'd wandered, I'd stood where roads divide. I thought I chose my direction, but you were on the other side.
Your eyes didn't ask me questions, they didn't ask me why. They felt like they remembered me from another time.
I felt a quiet gravity pull without a sound,
like something long forgotten had finally been found. When I met the one I was walking toward, time changed its tone. I wasn't standing next to someone, I was standing home. When I met the one I was walking toward, I didn't feel surprised. It felt like waking up inside my life. Love isn't always fire or a sudden call. Sometimes it's the moment you realize you were never lost at all.
I don't know who named this feeling or gave it shape, but it feels
Older than memory and stronger than faith. When I met the one I was walking toward, I finally understood why every road before this one led where it should. When I met the one I was walking toward, the mystery stayed true. Love didn't change who I was, it revealed you.
If destiny is just a word we use when things align, then meeting you felt like the right moment, arriving on time.
answer to my old name for most of my life. I knew who I was before you. I knew how to survive. Then you said it softly, like you already knew the sound of who I'd become, standing next to you.
It wasn't what you called me, it was how it felt, like something I'd been carrying finally rearranged itself.
Some meetings change your name without a single word. You don't become someone else, you become more her. Some meetings change your name, not written, not declared. Love doesn't label who you are, it lets you feel declared.
I used to introduce myself with what I learned to be. Now I feel something simpler looking back at me. You didn't ask for anything, didn't make me choose. You just stood there steady, and I stepped into truth.
I don't feel rewritten or suddenly new. I just feel more honest every time I speak to you.
Some meetings change your name, the way the mirror speaks. Ooh. You start to recognize yourself in ways you couldn't keep. Ooh. Some meetings change your name and leave the rest the same. Ooh. The world still calls you what it did, but love hears something else.
Love isn't always movement or crossing a line. Sometimes it's the moment your life starts sounding like mine.
I don't need to say it out loud or tell the story straight. I just know who I answer to. Feels different now when you wait.
Some meetings change your name, and that's how I can tell. This isn't just companionship, it's something deeper held. Some meetings change your name, and quietly I knew I didn't lose myself in love, I finally grew.
If the world still calls me by the name I heard before, I'll answer when you say it, because now it means more.
I've lived my days in different keys, some sharp, some far too low. I learned to move between the noise and call it letting go.
But every step beside you feels tuned without a fight, like the world finally settled into something right.
I don't hear echoes anymore of who I used to be. Everything just lines up naturally.
This life sounds right with you,
like it knows where to land.
the rhythm doesn't rush or drag, it understands. This life sounds right with you.
I don't question the tune.
Some loves don't change the melody, they make it true. I've known the sound of loneliness,
The static in between
I've known the quiet after storms,
is where nothing feels complete.
but walking through the hours now,
There's harmony somehow. Even silence feels intentional.
now
I don't try to fix the moment, so wonder if they'll last. They feel like something written to be felt, not past.
this life sounds right with you, like it's always been here.
I don't strain to hear the future. It's clear.
This life sounds right with you.
Every rise and fall. Love isn't perfect timing. It's hearing when to pause. Love doesn't have to shout its truth or sing above the rest.
Sometimes it's knowing when to stop and let the sound rest,
I don't need a louder life.
or something brand new.
I just need the days to sound like they do with you.
With you,
The room keeps all the same shapes. Nothing's moved or gone, but something in the air feels thin since you've been gone. I didn't know how much you filled the hours of my day, until the clock kept moving and you were far away. I thought love lived in closeness, in hands I could hold tight, but distance taught me quietly what stayed alive. I learned what you mean when you're away, in the way my days slow down. Love doesn't fade with empty space, it only grows more sound. I learned what you mean when you're away, not by what I miss, but by how everything reminds me of what love is.
I hear you in the small things, a chair, an open door. I notice how I wait for you like I never did before.
I don't feel lonely exactly, just more aware of how much of my life is shaped by knowing you're there.
Love doesn't disappear in distance or weaken when it waits. Sometimes it shows its depth by what it takes. I learned what you mean when you're away. In the quiet I can't fill. Some hearts don't break in separation, they grow more still. I learn what you mean when you're away.
And now I understand that love isn't holding someone close, it's knowing where you stand. I don't fear the space between us or count the days apart, because love doesn't live in miles, it lives inside the heart.
I don't need you here to feel you or proof that you remain. Some loves don't need presents to stay the same.
I learned what you mean when you're away, and that surprised me too. I thought love lived in being near,
but it lives in you.
I learned what you mean when you're away, and when the distance ends I won't love you more than I do now. I'll just see you again.
The door will open soon enough, the room will breathe again. But even here without you now, I know what love has been.
I sat with a light low, the night almost still. The paper waited patiently for what my voice never will. I crossed out half my sentences, let some silence stay. Some things sound too fragile when you try to say.
I didn't want to rush the truth or make it feel untrue, so I let the ink take its time finding you.
I wrote you the words I couldn't say in lines that learned to breathe. Love doesn't always live in sound, sometimes it needs to read.
I wrote you the words I couldn't say, not louder, just more clear. Some hearts speak better on the page when love feels too near.
I told you about the ordinary, the way the mornings feel, how your name stays longer than anything else that's real.
I didn't promise you forever or swear I understood. I just wrote the truth as gently as I could.
A letter doesn't ask for answers or beg to be believed. It just waits in folded patience to be received. I wrote you the words I couldn't say between each careful line. Love isn't always bravery, sometimes it's time. I wrote you the words I couldn't say and let them be enough. Some feelings don't need volume, they need trust. I don't know how you'll read them or where your eyes will rest, but every word I left for you was honest, not my best.
If love is something handed, not thrown into the air, then let this letter hold my heart until you're there.
I wrote you the words I couldn't say,
And sealed them with my name,
not because I needed more,
but because love came.
I wrote you the words I couldn't say.
And now I'll let them be.
If you feel them when you read,
Then they've already reached you.
the paper knows my heartbeat, the ink knows what I meant. If love ever needed a voice, this is how mine was sent. We packed the daylight lightly, left before the street lights slept. Your laugh was already traveling before the train had left. The window kept on changing, fields into the sea. I stopped checking where we were and started noticing me. I used to plan the moments like they needed proof, but today just opened quietly and let us move. We left the map behind and followed the sky. Some days don't need directions, they need time. We left the map behind and let the hours play. Love doesn't always need a place, it needs a day. We shared a paper cup of coffee, too hot, then just right. You told a story halfway and laughed before the line. I took a picture of nothing, just light on your face. Some memories don't need a frame, they keep their place. I don't remember the distance or how far we went, I just remember how easy every moment felt. We left the map behind and walked until noon. Every step felt possible with you. We left the map behind, no rush, no plan. Some loves don't need an ending, they need a span. I've traveled through louder cities and chased what looked like more, but this felt like a softer road I hadn't taken before. I don't need postcards or proof or places to define. If I'm going anywhere, I like it being mine with you.
We left the map behind.
We left the map behind.
They decide.
Let the day decide.
The best part wasn't where we went, it was the ride.
It was the ride. We left the map behind, and when the sun went low, I didn't wanna keep the place. I wanted how it felt to go. The bag stayed light The day stayed wide, nothing asked to stay. If love is a kind of journey, this was the way. No. We walk the same old streets
that strangers pass each day,
but every corner open
in a different way.
The signs, the sounds, the small cafe
All felt like they've been waiting,
not for us to arrive there,
but for us to notice.
I've been places filled with color that still felt unfamiliar,
But standing next to you,
everything felt nearer, everywhere felt new.
like the world had turned its face,
Not because the place had changed,
but because of your pace.
everywhere felt new with you.
I saw it all again.
Some loves don't show you something new.
They change how you look at it.
The hotel room was nothing special,
Just a bed and light
but the way the morning found us
felt quietly right.
I've stayed in better places,
With windows wide in view,
but I don't remember them
the way I remember you.
I stopped collecting destinations
And moments meant to last, I just let the days happen and felt them pass.
everywhere felt new with you.
From morning into night,
Even silence had a color,
in that light,
everywhere felt new with
you, and now I understand.
Some hearts don't need a journey,
They need a hand.
love doesn't need a passport
Or miles to feel alive.
Sometimes it's just the way someone stands by your side. I don't need another city
Or somewhere to begin.
if you're there beside me. I'm already in. Everywhere felt new with you.
And I don't ask for more,
I don't need the world to change.
just who I walk it for.
Everywhere felt new with you.
And when the day was through,
I didn't want to keep the place,
I wanted to keep you. The road kept going after us. The signs went back to blue. But every place I go from now on feels new with you. With you.
could have turned back earlier, taken the shorter road, followed what looked familiar, and called it getting home. But something in the way you smiled made me slow my pace, like the long way held a reason we didn't need to name.
I don't remember why we chose it or who suggested first. I just know the road felt lighter once we took the turn.
I'm glad we took that way.
Even if it took more time,
some paths don't make sense at first
until they're mine.
I'm glad we took that way, nothing rushed or planned.
Love doesn't always choose the shortest line. It chooses where you stand.
The sun moved quietly above us, like it understood that we weren't trying to get somewhere. We were letting ourselves be good. We talked about unimportant things, let the hours stay. I stopped thinking about arriving
and started feeling the day. I've chased the right direction and missed the view before, but this felt like listening instead of looking for more.
I'm glad we took that way.
Even when it bends,
some moments only show their meaning
after they're spent.
I'm glad we took that way and didn't ask why. Some loves don't need a reason, they need time. Love isn't always certainty or knowing where you'll land.
Sometimes it's trusting the turn you take because of who holds your hand.
I don't need to see the ending or prove what we became. I just know I wouldn't change a step that brought us here this way. I'm glad we took that way
and let the day decide.
The best part wasn't where we went,
it was the side by side.
I'm glad we took that way, and now I finally see. If love is choosing how you walk, I choose this endlessly.
The road can change, the signs can fade, that part I understand. But I'm glad we took that way. Holding hands.
We talk about coincidence like it explains the past, but some things don't just happen, they're moving much too fast.
I think about the turns I took, the days I almost stayed, and how every wrong direction still brought me away.
I don't believe in perfect plans or lives that fall in line,
but this feels like the kind of truth that doesn't need a sign.
nothing about this was an accident, not the time and not the place. Love doesn't trip into your life, it learns your pace. Nothing about this was an accident, not the way we met. Some hearts don't find each other by mistake, they just connect.
I see the spaces in between where we almost crossed, the years where something else had me before I knew what I'd lost.
But standing here beside you now, those years don't feel unclear. They feel like quiet preparation for when you'd appear.
I don't need a story bigger than the one we share.
Some things don't need explaining to feel rare. Nothing about this was an accident, the way we learned to stay. Every step that felt uncertain still led this way. Nothing about this was an accident, and now I see it true. Love doesn't arrive unfinished, it arrives through you. Love isn't fate written in stars or lines we can undo.
It's choosing every moment as if it already knew.
I don't ask why it took so long, I wonder where we'd be. Some answers only make sense when they're finally seen. Nothing about this was an accident, not the way it feels. Some loves don't rush or hesitate, they reveal. Nothing about this was an accident,
and if I had to guess,
I'd say every road before this one was leading us.
if chance is just a word we use when meaning shows its face,
then loving you feels like the truth,
arriving right on pace.
I didn't know your name yet, or how your voice would sound. I only knew the room felt different the moment you sat down.
Nothing asked for attention, nothing stood out loud, but something in the air shifted before I knew how.
I wasn't looking for forever
or something to begin.
I just remember thinking, this feels like a place I've been. I remember when we first met, before love learned its shape, before the days grew heavy, before we knew our names. I remember when we first met, and now I understand. Some beginnings don't feel important until you trace them back.
You smiled like it wasn't planned, like it came and like the moment wouldn't mean a thing.
I've replayed that second quietly more times than I can say.
Not because it changed my life, but because it stayed.
I don't remember what we talked about or who spoke first.
I just know something started then before it had a word.
I remember when we first met and nothing stood in place. No promises, no future, just space. I remember when we first met, and now it feels so clear. That moment wasn't small at all. It led us here. Love doesn't always announce itself or ask to be believed.
Sometimes it waits in plain sight until you see.
I don't need to change a single step or rewrite what we knew. If love had a beginning, it began with you. I remember when we first met, and now I finally see everything that followed after was already there in me. I remember when we first met, and if I close my eyes, I don't see the end of the road. I see the start of us. The world didn't stop or slow that day. Nothing dramatic happened then, but every love I understand now began